Dude, what's up, man? YouTube, what's up, man? It's your boy DeAndre again. I'm back. Sorry I've been gone, you guys. Just been trying to get new decks started and everything like that. Working on Dark Magicians, working on different decks. But today I'm showcasing with you guys my new Exodia 2019 deck profile. Um, of course, it does have the little degenerate card people talk about, Mystic Mind, or whatever. I think it's a cool card. I like it a lot. It makes a lot of decks playable. A lot of lower tier decks, a lot of road decks. It makes those decks very playable and somewhat competitive. Um, that's why I like the card. I think it's fair for those lower decks that want to play and want to be somewhat competitive. So that's why I got in here. People talk shit about that card all the time, man. I I don't agree with them because, like I said, the meta is the meta for a reason. But there's a reason why you have other decks and people are trying to compete to defeat the meta because the meta is unfair to a certain degree. Um, but yeah, it's I built this deck. I like it. This deck is more like a control variant of it. I don't really do the burn. I don't think the burn is fair. But yeah, this is my Exodia deck profile, and we're gonna go ahead and get right into it. I'm not gonna rush too much of you guys or take too much of you guys' time. So please bear with me. So first and foremost, we're gonna go with the Exodia cards, the win con of the deck. Okay. I have never ever been able to summon Exodia, but with Mystic Mind, it makes this very, very possible to make that happen. So we're gonna open up with the 5 pieces of Exodia. Next, because this deck, it can hurt, especially if your opponent sets up a big board going first, with multiple negates, just like how the meta is, which is technically still unfair. Um, I run the 3-2-1. So got the Sphere mode, 3 tributes, Lava Golem 2 tributes, and Kaiju 1 tribute. Um, I think that's really good, especially going second. If you run into a big board like Thunder Dragons, or you run into a Denko Sekka, you just tribute the fuck over it and continue with your plays. So, and that's it for the monsters. Now on to the spells. Of course, the big boy himself, Mystic Mind. A lot of people hate this card. I understand. Well, I don't really understand why they hate it because, like I said, I mean, I know I get it. It stops uh, the player pretty much from playing. But that's equivalent to my opponent setting up a Zombie Stein, a freaking Borlo Savage, a freaking Colossus, a freaking, FA Dragster, Odd Eyes Vortex Dragon, all that stuff that puts up 4 or 5 negates per turn where I literally can't play. You stop everything. So in the end, your turn one could just be game for a lot of players. So I'm for the underdog, and this is why I play Mystic Mind. Next, to protect our Mystic Mind, we throw in 3 copies of Field Barrier. I love Field Barrier because for those decks like Salamandrates, Orcus, all of the other decks that utilize the field spell, has double utility. It not only does it protect Mystic Mind going first, but it also locks your opponent out of field spell. So going into Dracos, right? You play this first, you lock them out of playing Diagram, and once they send one of their other the True Draco Heritage or this Disciples of the Draco Phoenix, they have to pop this before they pop Mystic Mind. So yeah, so this is nice protection. Next, we run 3 copies of MST. Usually, like I say, we're going second. Your opponent sets Mystical Space Typhoon for the end phase, so you can just pop your Mystic Mind. I shoot for one of those, or for the Salamandrate, you hit the Roar, the Rage in the background before you make your plays, and then you go forward. Um, so we got the 3 copies of MST. I got 1 copy of Galaxy Cyclone. Galaxy Cyclone has double utility for me. It can play it. It pops a set card, and then on the next main phase, you can banish it from your graveyard and pop a face-up card. This could be a field spell. This could be a floodgate like Imperial Order, Unending Nightmare, Anti-Spell Fragrance, anything like that. You could just pop it. So I love this card because it has double utility. Next, we run 2 copies of Terraforming because when we go first with this deck, and or if we go second, you want to kind of bait out your opponent's monster negate cards as much as possible so that you can continue with your play. So it's a good bait out for Ash or good bait out for anything, or just search Mystic Mind just in general. So I definitely prefer Terraforming. Next, I run 2 copies of Ledger. I'm waiting on my third one to get here, so I want to run 3, but I run 2 of these. So for right now, but 2 seems to be pretty good. So 2 Ledgers. 1 Upstart, make your deck 39. Um, so I'm waiting on my other cards to get here, but I'm running 3 copies of Extravagance. Like I said, just pot of greed for the deck. We don't use the extra deck, so there you go. It's easy money. Next, we run our 3 copies of Duality. Okay. We don't special summon in the deck, so we just search out the cards that we need and keep our engine going and keep our deck going. Next, for the traps now, my traps. Okay, I took my time playtesting this deck and trying to figure out how to counter and control the board as much as possible. So these are the best traps that I felt were very viable in this build. First, I'm running 2 copies of Royal Decree. For the Salamangreat players, for anybody else that size in those floodgate traps, Unending Nightmare, Anti-Spell Fragrance, Imperial Order, Heavy Storm Duster, and heavy trap decks like Altergeist and stuff, Royal Decree. After I activate my trap cards, I'll usually flip this. When they try to play like evenly match or anything like that, you flip that and negate all traps. So you knock all those traps out of the way too. So after you lock out the Twin Twisters, you can just lock that out too. All you need is 2 though. You don't want to see it all the time. Then I got 3 copies of Dark Bribe. Not a fan of Dark Bribe, but it's the only card that could work because I don't like my opponent to plus a card off of me negating them. So I wish it was a better card. I wish they didn't have that. They get the draw card effect. So that's Dark Bribe for you. Next, we run 3 copies of Metaverse. We all know what that does. Add Mystic Mind from the deck to the hand or to the field. Don't like it because you can get Ash, but whatever, it is what it is. And last but not least, I'm running 3 copies of Curse Seal, the Forbidden Spell. I love this card right here. This card has so much utility in this deck because most players know that Mystic Mind exists. So everybody's already heavily setting up for Twin Twisters. Okay, Twin Twisters is the best viable card for a lot of these meta decks, Orcus, Salamangreats, Strikers, because of the graveyard effects. So Orcus, they throw an Orcus monster in the graveyard, they can banish it off and get more. They can plus and get more effects off of it. So, but if you chain Curse Seal, 9 times out of 10, your opponent's going to have 3 copies of Twin Twisters. So once you lock out the one, that means the other 2 that's in their deck are going to be dead cards. They can't use that card for the rest of the duel. This card works wonders. It's a struggle against. It's a struggle against a 2 Dracos because, like I said, you got to worry about the field spell. You got to worry about Disciples of Draco Phoenix, and you got to worry about Draco True Heritage or True Draco Heritage. I'm sorry. But if you follow your plays right and if you pay attention to the game, you just have to chain the right one. If you're playing Draco, don't hit the Terraforming, don't hit the Card Demise, don't hit anything else, but hit those 3 cards. If you hit those main 3 cards, they're good. You're good because if they play it and you chain it, you negate their effects, they don't get their graveyard effects when they go to the graveyard because it was never played. See what I'm saying? So that's how that works. So that's that. My side deck I'm still working on right now. It's not fully complete, but so far this is what we have. I'm running the 3 copies of Effect Veiler because when you're playing the Exodia, this deck loses to the Aqua Dolphin play. So they go Neospatian, then they Aqua Dolphin. So you want to side that in for that so that they don't loop out an Exodia piece out of your hand, and then from there that's game. So you can hang that up. And then I'm still have 3 copies of Soul Release for Striker matchup because for Strikers they can to pop their own shit to pop Mystic Mind. So Afterburners, Engage, any of those other spells that's in their graveyard, they can get those bonus effects. So you want to lock out their graveyard as much as possible and empty their graveyard. So 3 copies of Soul Release, and so far, like I said, I finished up with Evenly. So the side deck, the side deck is not complete, but this is what I got so far. So I'm still working on it, guys. Just bear with me. Once I get the full set complete, I will do another video to show you the complete masterpiece of the deck. Okay, but outside of that, I just hope that you guys enjoy the video. Like I said before, I don't really never try to BS you guys. I try to give you guys a good profile so that you can see what I have and what makes sense, and you guys can test it yourself um, to see what's going on. So I'm gonna do a test hand real quick. Like I said, I don't never like to BS you guys and be like, oh shoot, DeAndre, that shit sucks. Like I try to give you guys the best variant as possible. Like my Dark Magician deck, I took the locals. The last time I went to locals, I got 4th place in my Dark Magician deck. I was highly excited about it, and when I get all the cards ready for this one, I will definitely take this to locals and I'll be prepared for it. So um, just to give you guys a heads up, okay? Um, so we'll see what we can open up with. Let's see what we got. Okay, so obviously this is our opening hand. So we have, this is what we open up with, okay? 9 times out of 10, this is what you're gonna open up with this deck, okay? I got 2 copies of Mystic Mind, I got a Cursed Seal, I got a Dark Bribe, and I have a Extravagance. So if I was to go, let's say I went first, okay? Let's say I do Extravagance. We draw 1, we draw 2. Okay, fine. MST and Dark Bribe. Or if I was, go first or go second. So then we just said, like I said, the Cursed Seal and probably a Dark Bribe. Okay, 9 times out of 10 we'll pass. All right, after we pass, your opponent will either have a Twin Twisters or some kind of way to try to step aboard. And depends how will their hand open up too. So if their hand open up pretty good, then fine. Then we could just chain, Cursed Seal, lock out Twin Twisters, pitch that, and then go. And then it's our turn. After they do what they got to do, we open up with a, we draw an Exodia piece. So you don't never really want to see an Exodia piece when you open up your hand. When you go into Mystic Mind, if they try to chain anything, you got Dark Bribe ready to go. Okay. But that's just a little sample of the deck, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, it's not fully complete, but I will definitely get that going for you guys when I get the rest of the cards together, and I will definitely give you guys a better profile. But that's just a sneak peek of what I'm working on and what I got. So again, thank you guys so much. I hope you enjoy the content. Again, sorry I haven't been there here for a while. I just had a lot of stuff going on. But again, like, comment, subscribe. Please give me feedback, what you think. If you hate it, I've heard from the haters. So hey, to each his own. But just let me know what you guys think. And thank you again. And you guys have a good day. All right. Bye.